Hello, Merry Christmas. Guess what? We're going to paint today. Bum, bum, bum. So today I'm going to be showing you how to paint this cute Christmas gnome in acrylics. Maybe I should wear my hat like that. Let's get started. All you're gonna need is a few supplies to paint this. I'm using watercolor paper. This paper right here is 140 pounds and I recommend that or heavier, or you're gonna find that your paper buckles. You also need just a few brushes, and I have a link to these brushes down below and all the rest of the supplies. So I'm just using an inch wash brush here, and then this is a size 8 round brush, and there's two detailed brushes right here. They're pretty small. I'm not sure what size. This one says 0. I don't know what this, oh, 2. This one's a 2. Okay. And then I have my 1/2 inch flat brush. So I'm using the same palette as last year because it's a very fun, colorful palette. And we will be mixing from that, so you will want to get that video to help you mix along. You click right here, become a Createful Art member, and you can have the same palette as me. Now, you don't necessarily have to use all the same colors as me. This is an opportunity for you to be creative. Now, you can go ahead and get the reference photo to help you paint along right over here. Just keep in mind that if you are going to copy this exactly where it's recognizable, then you are not allowed to sell it. You can gift it, that's totally fine. So then all you need is paper towels and you're ready to paint. So I'm taking that bluish green turquoise color from the palette and I'm going to add white to it so that it's a lighter color. And I'm going to take that color and I'm just going to put that as my background color. So no water on my brush, and I'm just putting that color on. Notice that I didn't really make it a solid background. I've got some dark right here. Anything that really stands out, I just kind of soften it a little bit because I want the focus to be the gnome. But other than that, it doesn't have to be a solid background. It can just be fun and playful. So there's this dark red color that's in our palette. So I'm going to grab that in my 8 round brush. Now the hat is really the key thing to the gnomes and making them fun. So I'm just going to start mine right here. So mine's not going to be super pointy at the top. Now this is where you can be very creative and make your hat however you want. And the thing that I'm doing is I'm centering it, so I'm not quite at the top. And I'm going to take my brush and go a little bit to the side here. Now the hat is usually the biggest part of this. So when I look, I'm going to have the nose and the beard and some little feet. So I want to give it enough room here. So I'm going to stop about the middle of my paper. And I'm just making a line to that other side. Then I'm going to make it kind of wrinkled on this one side. And then coming in. And then this is going to be pointed, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then just follow it to this other side. Few little wrinkles there, so I'm going to make some lines that show that it's wrinkled right there, and then there's some big wrinkles right here, so I can go in like this with my dark. So I'm actually going to take this and let it kind of flop over on the sides. And then take that line up. And all this is just personal preference. And it's for fun. And I'll do a pokey over here and meet up at that line. So I can go as far down as I want. I could go down even further. Now you can kind of get the idea of where that little nose is going to go. So I can grab just some of the dark color that I have on my palette and give you an idea right here. And the fun part of the nose is, even though I have this line right here, I can go above it. It's no big deal. So I can make it so that it sticks up. I just take that and I'll cover that up with white. Now you can make your nose oval or circle, however you want. So now that I have a good idea of where the nose is, what my hat looks like, now I can just fill in my hat with the dark red, and then I will add the light red over it to make it bright. So I'm just going to use this brush and fill it in. While this dries, I can come in with my dark black and I can create a shadow right underneath this hat going up above the nose. And to the side. Then I can follow some of these lines right here. Just make a little shadow. Now it's time for that bright red to come in. And you come in here and you add that bright red right up against that line, right in the middle, so it's nice and bright and cheery. Right up against this, and right here. Nice and red. So we've added the dimension in the hat is what we're doing. So while this dries, I'm going to fill in the nose. Now on the palette there's a gold color, and you can use bronze if you don't have a gold color, or you can make one with yellow and black, and you just add white to it. So that's going to make this tan color that I'm going to use right now. And I'm going to let that darkness be on the outside there, just a tiny bit of it, so that it looks like it's a shadow. So fill in your nose. Now I like it when they have a little mustache. You don't have to do it this way, but I really like it. So I'm just gonna picture it kind of coming in like this, up to that nose. And another one on the side. And let it kind of dissipate. And then come in maybe halfway through that. There, halfway in the nose. Gives it some character. Notice how I'm just being really loose with it. And I'm going to make some lines through it. And then the rest of the hair can kind of be, you can just be like big, or you can make it crazy. There are so many options. You don't have to do the mustache. You could just do the beard if that's easier for you. You could make the mustache curly. You could make the hair curly, the beard curly. I'm going to make the hair come out really silly because my piece of paper here isn't long and skinny, so this kind of just fills it in and makes it fun. And then you have these little 2 feet that come up here, so I'm gonna just make the rounds and round and flat like that and go around those. You don't have to even have feet if you don't want. So many options. So I'm gonna add a little bit of snow down here, and that's why I'm gonna have it sitting down, or sitting, or standing, I guess. It's little. So one thing I just made sure is if this was pretty close, the in-between was pretty close to the middle of the nose and the mustache. So go ahead and draw your beard the way you would like it. So like I said, the hat is really the star. It's the thing that's going to really stand out. Another place where you can be really creative is adding designs to your hat. Now you could, here's some ideas. You could add snowflakes. You could make it striped like a candy cane. You could put dots in it. You could make sections of colors. What matches your home decor? What do your stockings look like? That kind of stuff is just really fun to add in and be playful, and also make it unique to you. With my small round brush, just for fun, and some lines. So I'm gonna make some lines here. And another striped line. I'm not making it perfect at all. It's gonna look like a knitted hat. Add in some dark here and make some triangles. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So I didn't know that Christmas gnomes were actually a thing. I never decorate with Christmas gnomes, but I think it's a really cute idea. So I had to do some research to see what was up with Christmas gnomes. And I learned a few things, like in northern Italy, they embrace legends of the gnomes, dwarves, and elves, and they descend from the mountains bearing holiday treats. But Italy isn't the only region where mountain dwellers are incorporated into holiday traditions. In Iceland, it is trolls who come down and give you treats or presents. But if you're bad, then they deliver punishments. So that's pretty cool. And that's before Christmas Eve, each night before Christmas Eve. So you don't know whether you're going to get a punishment or a present. So one of them is a sheepcoat clod who harasses sheep. So you just never know. Other lads include spoon licker, door slammer, and sausage swiper. So you'll have to look out for those gnomes. Now I'm going to put a little pom-pom on mine. Totally doesn't have to be done, but I want to, so I'm just gonna make a little pom-pom here with some white, then a little gray on the side to make that stand out. So I also like to take a little bit of white and add it to my nose for some shine. Or you could put a little pink in there, that would be cute. I think that's what I'll do. So since I'm not copying a picture, I'm just being really playful and fun, I can add whatever I want. And that's what makes being creative really fun. Okay, so then you fill in the feet with the black. And I'm doing this before the beard just in case I go over my shoes a little bit, and that's okay because maybe I want the shoes to be gone over. Fill that in. Try to make nice brush strokes to make it look solid. There we go. And the other one. Now the next thing is adding white to the beard. So I'm just going to go in between all of my black, grabbing my white. So it's okay if I have some of my blue showing, but here's how I try to make it work is having it thicker right here and having it thinner as it goes out. And just filling it in. I like to use the heavy body paints for the texture. So I'm going to add a lot of paint to my brush and let the texture stay. And if you cover too much of your black, you can always go and add a little more in. So I always go in the direction of the hair. Like I said, you can have a little bit going over the boots if you like. If you find you like that look. And then I add another layer of white over. And this layer should stand out a little bit more. And I outline some areas just a little bit more. And then I just go in just a little bit of the gray and some black. So make a dark gray. So it's the play between the black and the white and the gray, all that makes it shaped. And usually there's black and gray against the areas that would be the most shadowed. And I just keep working on it until it's exactly the way I want it. Now just for fun, I'm going to make it look like there's snow down here. So I'm just going to take this white right here. It's got a little gray on it, but that's okay. And go up a little bit, you know how snow is. It's got some fluffy inconsistency. Just down here, being snow. And then I'm going to take the bottom of my brush and add some snowflakes. It's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. I like to add a few that are going on top or over my guy here. So fun, so easy. So I hope that yours looks different because you got creative and you added your own personal preferences. So I'd love to see it. If you can go ahead and share it with me on Instagram at Createful Art. Just tag me in there with Createful Art. And you can also share it with me with the hashtag Createful Art. And before you go, if you haven't hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it to get notified when I make a new video, I don't know what's wrong with you, because these are free. Oh, that subscribe button's just right there. Bing! And then hit that bell. Beep! And then decide if you want to become a Createful Art member. It helps support these tutorials, makes them possible. Also, you get the reference photos, color mixing videos, weekly art lessons, and other fun perks. And I know, I'm asking too much. Hit that, hit the like button. Leave me a comment if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, don't leave me a comment. Okay. And then you can watch more videos. And I will see you in my next video. Ta-ta!